Alright, how's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys and gals, and today what I have for everyone is my full review of the SZC V8 True Wireless Bluetooth Earbuds, okay? Now, I've been using these bad boys for a good amount of time, and I feel like I've gathered all my thoughts and opinions on them, and y'all know how the story goes. Once I feel like I've gathered all my thoughts and opinions on something, then it's full review time. So without further ado, let's jump into this full review, alright? Now, starting off, the first thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall build quality and design of these earbuds. Now, build quality wise, they're built primarily out of your plastic material, and I have to say the overall build quality on these is really good. But in terms of the overall design, y'all can see these bad boys took some heavy inspiration from your AirPod style design, and to me, in terms of the design, I think the design could have been a lot better. Now, this style of design is pretty much your one size fits all earbud style, and for me, they don't really fit too well in my ears, so I'm not really a big fan of this design. And in terms of the overall comfort level, these are not the most comfortable earbuds in my opinion. They do have a tendency to get very uncomfortable after extended listening sessions. So in terms of the design, I'm not a big fan of it, but it is what it is, okay? Alright, but the overall build quality on these is top notch in my opinion, and it's really good, okay? Now, moving on, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the core features on board with these earbuds, okay? Now, core feature number one, these bad boys incorporate Bluetooth 5.0 technology on board, so you can truly live that hashtag wireless lifestyle with these. Really good to see that some of the latest and greatest Bluetooth on here. It's not the absolute latest, but for what it is, it's pretty good. All right. Core feature number two, these bad boys incorporate your IPX5 sweat and water resistance rating. So if you can use these for workouts, as I said, I cannot, because as soon as any moisture gets introduced, they just pop right out of my ears. But if these earbuds fit your ears properly and you can use them for workouts, you shouldn't have any issues in regards to any type of water or perspiration. So you should be good to go with that really nice IP rating on there. So really good core feature in my opinion. Core feature number three, these bad boys have an easy two-step pairing process. I'm going to show y'all the pairing process in a little bit throughout this video. But the pairing process on these is super easy and super straightforward, and it's actually really good. Alright, core feature number four, these bad boys have a built-in mic on either earbud. Now, the mic performance on these, we're going to talk about it in a little bit. It's not the best, but I'm going to elaborate on that in a little bit here. But it's still a really nice core feature. You got built-in mics on either earbud, okay? And the last core feature, you can use both of these earbuds in either stereo mode, so you can do it both together, or you can do it in independent mode, so one at a time. So really nice to see that that stereo and or independent feature is built in on these. Good stuff there. And I gotta tell y'all, in terms of the overall core feature set, I have to say this is a very solid core feature set on these. Alright, so that pretty much goes over all of the core features. Alright, now let's keep it moving. Up next now, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass, okay? Now, in terms of the overall sound quality, I have to say these earbuds are really good. There's no distortion on the high or the low ends of the volume spectrum, so really good sound quality in my opinion. In terms of the overall volume, the volume on these is really good as well. It gets super loud. You can easily drown out your surroundings, so you can enjoy binge watching your favorite shows or listening to your favorite kinds of music. So the volume on these is really good in my opinion. And the bass, oh my goodness, the bass on these are great. It's got that nice punchy deep bass. It's really good. So in these three categories, I feel as though SZC has done a great job with the sound quality, the volume, and the bass. Good stuff there. Top notch in these three categories. Alright? Now, moving on, let's now talk about the overall mic quality or microphone performance. Now, in terms of dictating text and emails, no problems. In terms of interacting with my devices using my voice commands or my voice assistants, no problems. But where these earbuds have a big problem is when you're making or taking phone calls. For some reason, pretty much on every call, all the callers said the same thing. They said I sounded very muffled or very echoey, or I had some type of strange feedback. So at least where taking phone calls is concerned, and this is a very big part of Bluetooth accessories, the microphone performance on these earbuds is not too good. Alright? But for everything else, I didn't have a problem. But that's a big sore spot there, because phone calls is something that I take a lot of, and it's been a long time since I had to tell people that, oh yeah, I was using Bluetooth earbuds. Usually they can't really differentiate between when I'm using the receiver on my device and or when I'm using Bluetooth earbuds. So the fact that I had to apologize on every phone call, like, yeah, I apologize for that. I'm actually testing out some Bluetooth earbuds, and you know, yeah, haven't done that in a while, but the microphone performance on these for phone calls is definitely not the best, and it definitely needs improvement. Okay? Now, moving on now, let's go over the pairing steps and the button controls for these Bluetooth earbuds, okay? Now, there's two ways that you can pair up these earbuds. You can use the physical touch sensors to power them on and put them into pairing mode, or you can put them into the case, close the case, open the case, and they'll power on and go directly into pairing mode, okay? So it's completely up to you how you want to go through this pairing process. Just know this pairing process will work with any Bluetooth compatible device. So laptops, desktops, smartphones, tablets, you name it, as long as it has Bluetooth connectivity or functionality, it's going to work no problem, okay? Now, for the purposes of this video, we are going to use the case because I feel as though that's the easiest way to get these paired up. Then, once you decide how you want to pair them up, you need to decide whether or not you're going to pair them up in stereo mode or independent mode. Now, for purposes of this video, we are going to pair them up in stereo mode, okay? So the first thing we need to do is drop these bad boys back in the case. And the minute you open the case and you drop them in, they're going to power themselves on and go directly into pairing mode with the case open. When you close the case, it's going to automatically power them off and they're going to start charging. All right, so let's drop these in the case right now. So pop it open, put in one earbud here. And we gotta put it in proper orientation. That would help. Alright, this one goes over here. And this one goes over here. And bam, you can see as soon as I dropped them in, they automatically went into pairing mode. Now, when you try to use them in stereo mode, when they power on, they're gonna connect up to each other, and then the dominant earbud is gonna go into pairing mode. So that's what y'all see right there. But let's close this. Alright, and you can see when you close the case, they automatically power off and they automatically start charging. Alright, so the next thing we need to do before we pair these up, we need to take our Bluetooth compatible device. Today we are using Android. You want to turn on your device, navigate to the Bluetooth settings here. So let me show you real quick. So you want to come in, you want to swipe down on your notification shade, you want to swipe down again. You want to tap on the Bluetooth icon there to turn it on. Then you want to press and hold to take you into the Bluetooth settings. Then right up here at the top, as y'all can see right there, you want to tap on pair a new device. Okay, so you tap on that, and now your device is ready to pair up with the earbuds. Okay, so we're done on the device for a second here. Now, back over on the earbuds, you want to just open up the case. They'll automatically power on, as you can see. They're going to automatically connect to each other, right? And then the dominant earbud is going to go into pairing mode with the red and blue flashing LED. All right. Now, back on your device, you'll see in the Bluetooth area, it's going to start scanning for nearby Bluetooth. And you want to tap on the model right there that says V8. Okay. It's going to start the pairing process. And it's going to pair right up. And then on your device, you'll see the active indicator and you'll see the battery percentage, as you can see right there. And if you go home in your notification shade, you'll also see the model number and the battery percentage. So you can always know how much battery you have left on the buds. All right. So good stuff there. That's essentially how you pair up the buds to your device. And again, this will work on any Bluetooth compatible device. All right. So now the next thing I want to do is go over the earbud controls for you guys and gals. All right. So I want to demo the SZC V8 Bluetooth earbuds button controls or earbud controls for you guys and gals. And it was taking me a little bit too long in the main video, so I'm going to have to cut out a part of the main video and insert the proper demonstration here because I'm not a quitter. We're going to get it. I just didn't want to make the main video too long. So starting off, we're going to do the music controls, all right? So in order for the music controls to work, you do have to have music actively playing, all right? So with the play or pause controls, it's one tap on either touch sensitive area for play or pause controls. So you could tap on the right earbud touch sensitive area or the left earbud touch sensitive area to play or pause the music. All right. For going to the next track, you're going to double tap the touch sensitive area 2 times on the left earbud for next track. For previous track, you're going to double tap the touch sensitive area on the right earbud 2 times for previous track. For volume up, you're going to triple tap the touch sensitive area on the left earbud for volume up. And for volume down, you're going to triple tap the touch sensitive area on the right earbud for volume down. Okay? And for voice controls, you're going to press and hold either touch sensitive area for 1.5 seconds to activate your voice assistant. Okay, let's demo this for you guys and gals now, but that's essentially all the earbud button controls. Here we go. So first we're going to demo play and pause. So let's start the music. Okay, music is playing. Now I can pick up the right earbud. All I have to do is tap the touch sensitive area for play and pause. Now I don't have to exactly tap that nub. Any area along the rib is the touch sensitive area. So I could touch up here and you can see it pauses the music. I could touch down here and you see it will play the music. Okay. All right. Sorry, I don't quite get it on my first hit all the time. So let's do this again. Tap, pause, tap, play. Just like that. Okay. And that's the right earbud. Same thing goes for the left. Again, you don't have to make it as precise. Anywhere along the rib should work. So tap, pause, tap, play. All right. Now, to go to the next track, as I said, you need to double tap the touch sensitive area for the left earbud. So let's do that now. All right. And we go to the next track, as y'all see there, one more time. And we go to the next track, as you see right there. Okay. Now, to go to the previous track, we need to double tap the right earbud 2 times yet again. So here we go. Okay, one time restarts it, and another time takes us to the previous track. So one more time, and we go to the previous track, just like that, okay? And to activate our voice assistant, all we gotta do is touch and hold for 1.5 seconds, and that brings up our voice assistant. This would be accompanied by an audible tone, like a little buzz, before the voice prompt starts. And I think I hear the doorbell ringing. So let's do this real quick. So, 1, 2. What's the weather like in Palm Bay today?
In Palm Bay today, it'll be partly cloudy. Forecasted high of 75 and a low of 66. Right now, it's 72 and mostly cloudy.
Okay, so there you go. Voice controls work, music controls work, no problems whatsoever. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to add cuts, but I'm not a quitter, and I had to get it, and I wanted to demonstrate it properly so y'all know how it works. Now, you do the same thing for your volume controls. It's just that volume controls is a triple tap, okay? So if I wanted to do the volume down, I triple tap the right earbud 3 times for volume down. Okay, just like that. You see? Volume down. Volume down. If I want to do volume up, it's a triple tap on the left earbud 3 times for volume up. Just like that. Just like that. You see? Okay, just like that. So there you go. That was my real quick tutorial on the button controls for the SZC V8 Bluetooth wireless earbuds. Now let's go back to the rest of the video. I hope you guys and gals found this portion helpful. Now I'll see y'all back in the main video. Now for phone controls, let me take this out of my ear real quick. And let's actually disconnect the Bluetooth because we don't need the phone anymore. But for phone controls, it's actually very straightforward as well. So you have one tap on either earbud touch sensitive area to answer and end phone calls, okay? Then you have a triple tap on either earbud's touch sensitive area to redial your last call, okay? So on and so forth. So in terms of phone controls, that's pretty much it. Alright, and in terms of earbud controls and the pairing steps, that's pretty much it as well. Let's disconnect this and put it down. Alright, and you can see when it disconnects, it automatically goes back into pairing mode. Alright, as y'all can see there. Alright, but let's go ahead and power these down. Give me 1 second. Let me power these down to save battery life here. There you go. Powered off one. And the minute you disconnect one, the other one goes into pairing mode. So let's turn that off too. Okay, there you go. Now they're both powered off. And when you power them off, you get that red flashing LED. Alright, so that goes over the button controls and the pairing steps. So we should be good to go there. Now let's continue with this review. Alright, now the next thing I want to talk about with you guys and gals is the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. Now in terms of the overall Bluetooth range, these bad boys are supposed to have a range between 12 to 15 meters or approximately 49 feet. And I have to say, in terms of the overall range, the range on these is really, really good. Okay, didn't have any issues with the overall Bluetooth range or Bluetooth strength. So good stuff there, top notch in this category. All right. Next, the next thing I want to talk about with y'all here is the overall durability of the earbuds here. Now, I do have to let y'all know that in my time with these earbuds, I actually dropped them a lot. But don't think that, oh, you have microphone issues because you dropped the earbuds and that's why you have microphone issues. No, those microphone issues that I was talking about, I started having those pretty much from day one. Okay, so they're it's just really bad microphones on these earbuds for phone calls. So don't think that was caused by the drops. Now, in terms of the overall durability, as I said, I did drop these a lot. I mean, look at them, man. They're tiny, okay? And they're made out of glossy plastic, and glossy plastic is slippery, man. You already knew these was gonna drop. After all, I am Mr. Clumsy, so you already knew I was gonna drop these. But I can happily report that in terms of the overall durability, these bad boys held up extremely well. And y'all can see I've actually dropped them about a good 3 to 5 times so far, and y'all can see there's no physical damage on either earbud. So there's no dings, there's no dents, there's no scratches. It still looks mint and pristine as if the first day I took it out the box. So good stuff there, and that's just a testament to the overall durability on these earbuds. I mean, look at this, still in pristine condition. Alright, really good stuff. So the overall durability on these is top notch in my opinion, okay? Now, just because I said the durability is good, that doesn't mean you can go all willy-nilly with it. You need to be careful. Now, if you are more inclined to be clumsy, they will survive some drops, but you still need to be careful, okay? All it does take is one good drop, and then these are finished. So you need to be careful. And just so y'all know, I dropped them approximately from about 1 to 3 feet, and that was on wooden surfaces, okay? Wood and tile surfaces. As y'all can see, as I always tell you guys, primarily in my home, it has wood and tile surfaces. Tile in the bathroom, wood around the rest of the house, okay? So for it to drop from those feet and still be in pristine condition, that's just a testament to how good the overall durability is. So at least in terms of the overall durability, I'm saying these bad boys are top notch in my opinion. All right. Now, let's get into the overall charge times and the overall battery life. Now, in terms of the charge times, let's start there first. The manufacturer quoted in the user manual on the website and on Amazon, okay, that these bad boys should charge up in about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, I believe on Amazon they had said 1 hour, and that's for the case and the buds themselves. Now, with my testing, I've actually found that to be spot on. So whether I was charging the case by itself or charging the buds and the case, they both took about 1 hour to reach a full charge. Now, if you catch them at the low battery warning, because you're gonna get 3 on the right and 2 on the left. I don't know why they did it like that, but you'll get 3 low battery notifications with the right earbud. You'll get 2 low battery notifications with the left earbud, and they're gonna be within the span of about 10 to 15 seconds. So they're a little bit close for my liking. But if you drop these bad boys in the case and let them charge up, right when you get that low battery please charge notification, they're going to charge up in about 45 minutes, all right? Now, if you let these drain to completely dead, it's going to charge up in about an hour, okay? Now, those same rules apply for the case, all right? So if you let the case drain to completely dead, so you're not getting any type of LEDs on here, so it's completely dead when you open it and close it with the buds in, it's going to charge up in about an hour. Now, if you catch it at like 1%, 5%, so on and so forth, it's going to charge up in about 45 minutes. So in terms of the overall charge times, I feel as though these earbuds, in this case, is really, really good. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Pretty much, if all Bluetooth accessories can be topped up in about an hour, oh, it'd be perfect. So the charge times on these are really good. Now, jumping over to the overall battery life, okay? Now, the manufacturer quoted these as having a overall battery life or usage time of up to 4 hours and having 7 to 10 days of standby time, okay? Now, with my particular testing, which was done at about 35% and 50% respectively, I found that that was pretty much spot on the money. Okay, when I was using them at 50%, they died at about 3 hours, a little bit over 3 hours, but roughly 3 hours on pretty much every charge. Okay, and I'm using these bad boys extremely heavy with a lot of mixed usage. Like, we're taking phone calls, we're dictating emails, text messages, we're using our voice assistant to get things done. So this is in terms of mixed usage. Okay, I'm getting anywhere from 3 to 4 hours depending on the percentage that I put the volume at. Okay, and again, this was tested at 35% and 50% respectively. Okay, now that was in stereo mode. Okay, so that 3 to 4 hours is in stereo mode, and pretty much the same rules apply for independent mode as well. Okay, so it's going to be 3 to 4 hours no matter what. But in my opinion, these are more apt to be used in independent mode, because then you can stretch it out. You use one earbud after the other, you get a little bit longer battery life. Okay, so on the low end, if you're using that implementation, you're doubling up. So on the low end, it will be 3 plus 3, that's 6 hours. And on the high end, it will be 4 plus 4, that's 8 hours. Okay, now including the charging case, you can get an additional 4 full charges for each bud. Okay, so including the charging case into the battery life, now that means that on the low end, you're going to take the 6, okay, and you're going to times it by 4. So that gives you 24 hours, okay? And then on the high end, you're going to take the 8 and you're going to times it by 4. So that would give you 32 hours. 8 fours of 32. Yep, 32 hours. So including the case, you're looking at getting an average battery life between 24 and 32 hours on a single charge, okay? So good stuff there. Really good stuff there. Now, in terms of the overall battery life, this does need some improvement. I mean, 6 to 8 hours on a single charge, yeah, I'm not really feeling that. Like I say in pretty much all of my videos now, we need at least 10 hours plus minimum in terms of battery life. Now, the blow is kind of lessened, if I can get my words right, because these bad boys charge up extremely quickly. So if you're using them one at a time, you're definitely going to be able to get through the day with these, because you know, you just make sure one is charging, and when one is dead, you swap it out. So the blow is kind of lessened because they charge so fast, but in terms of the overall battery life, I definitely think it does need some improvement. Again, we don't want to be at the 6 to 8 hour mark. We want to be at the 10 hours plus mark. So the battery life does need some work, but the overall charge times are really good. And again, I do like the fact that you charge up using USB Type-C. So I like that as well, and that does make charging really, really fast. Okay? So that pretty much goes over the overall charge times and the overall battery life. Now, let's get into the positives and negatives of these earbuds, and then we're going to talk about the price, and I'm going to give y'all my final thoughts and an overall recommendation or two. So let's start off with these positives real quick, okay? So as I said, I like the overall build quality, okay? These bad boys are extremely portable because of their very small size, and even including the case, they can fit into any size pocket, purse, or what have you, no problems. I mean, look how tiny this case is, and look how tiny the buds are. So in terms of portability, it's going to be extremely top notch there. In terms of the overall build quality, that's top notch as well. In terms of the overall durability, top-notch durability as well. Really nice sound quality, volume, and bass on these, okay? So really good stuff there. Really good Bluetooth range and strength. Really nice core feature set on these. Really good to see that. Alright, so that pretty much goes over a large majority of the positives. If I miss any, as always, I'll throw up a full list of the positives in post, so y'all know all the positives of these bad boys right here. And then including the price, that's another great positive as well. Alright, So that goes over all the positives. Now let's touch on the negatives. And this is kind of a major list of negatives. Number one is the comfort level of these. The comfort level of these is really bad. A redesign definitely needs to happen to improve the overall comfort. So that's the first major negative. Okay, negative number two, and this is kind of nitpicky, but I've really gotten used to it, so it's a negative nonetheless. They don't have wireless charging. I would have loved for these to have wireless charging, because then I could just put it on any and all of my wireless charging pads and let it charge up. So the fact that it doesn't have wireless charging, that's another big negative there. Okay, and the last negative of these is the fact that the microphone quality is really bad. I was gonna be nice and say subpar, but it's kind of worse than subpar, at least where taking phone calls is concerned. All right, so those are pretty much the three major negatives that I ran across with this. Other than that, there's no other real negatives to speak of. Okay, so that goes over the positives and negatives, which brings us now to the final part of this video, where we're going to talk about the price, and I'm going to give y'all my overall final thoughts and a recommendation or two. Now, one thing that I want to mention yet again, because I want to keep it completely transparent with y'all and completely 100, this was sent in to review from SZC. So this came in absolutely free. So I paid absolutely no money for this. But as I say with all the companies that I work with and all the companies that do business with me, I reserve the right to give my fair and unbiased opinion of a product. So if I don't like it, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. I'm going to tell you why. If I do like it, I'm going to tell you I like it, and I'm going to tell you why. So I just want to let y'all know these did come in free of charge from SZC for review. Okay, that being said, I did do my due diligence and my research, and I found these ranging in price from about $30 to at most $40. When I first got these in, they were hovering around that $29.99 mark, so around that $30 mark. As of the recording of this video, I think they're up to about $40. Okay, I'll have the links down below in the video description, as I always do. And do remember, guys and gals, those links change daily. So you want to just keep checking back and wait till you catch it at that really sweet price and then scoop it up. Okay, but for that price point of between $30 and $40, can I recommend that you guys and gals pick this up? Well, I'm going to have to say yes and no, and let me explain. Now, yes, if you have the proper ear structure for this style of earbuds, yes, I could recommend that you pick them up. Just be mindful that the microphone quality on these is not the best. So if you're picking up these and you're doing anything other than listening to music or dictating or interacting with the voice assistant, if you're doing anything other than that, so primarily phone calls, you are more apt to have a bad experience. Okay, but as I said, if your ear structure and everything fits perfectly, yes, I can recommend these. All right, on the flip side of that token, if you're like myself, so AirPods don't really fit well for you, then no, I can't recommend that you pick these up. There's a lot of other options that fit more comfortably for people with our ear structure, and they're in about the same price range. So if it doesn't fit your ears good, there's definitely a lot of other affordable options. If this is a perfect fit for your ears, then yes, I could definitely recommend that y'all pick this up, because in my opinion, these are a lot better than traditional AirPods in my opinion. Number one reason being because they got that USB Type-C, so you don't have to mess with that flimsy lightning cable. The number 2 reason being they have the LED percentage readout and the price. Okay, so these are definitely a lot more inexpensive than your traditional AirPods, and they have some key features that AirPods don't have. Okay, so that is why I would recommend that y'all pick these up. Just remember that you take into consideration everything that I talked about. Alright, that pretty much does it for this one, guys and gals. As always, if you guys and gals enjoyed this video and or you found it helpful in any shape, form, or fashion, please help your boy out by giving the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. If you would like to see more content like this, also feel free to hit the subscribe button down below and click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when I publish new videos. If this video piqued your interest, as always, all the links to where y'all can pick these bad boys up at some really great prices will be available down below in the video description. So as always, if your interest is piqued, down below in the video description will be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. And all the other links to all of my other coverage on this product will be available down below in the video description as well. So everything you should need to know should be available down below in the video description. Alright? That being said, this whole video here today was recorded using the rear-facing primary 12 megapixel camera on the Samsung Galaxy S7 Active in 720p resolution at 30 frames per second. And all the audio today was recorded using the Movo MA2010 omnidirectional microphone. So please let me know what you think of the overall video quality as well as what you think of the overall audio quality down below in the comments. Your feedback, as always, is greatly appreciated. And yet again, I want to send a big thank you out to SZC for making this video possible. I really do appreciate it when companies reach out to us smaller content creators and give us the opportunity to review their products and give our 100% honest and unbiased opinion and essentially let their product speak for itself. A lot more companies need to let their product speak for itself. So I really do appreciate SZC for making this video possible. That's it. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'm going to get up out of here. I'll catch you guys and gals in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. Peace. We out of here.
Thank you.